Chapter 1095, A World Not Worth Living In, one of the most horrendous chapters that Oda ever wrote. We see that Bonnie injured Saint Sauron, and Saint Sauron apparently let her. He could have dodged it. As a Zoran, I thought his defenses would be a lot more stronger, like Kaido. Especially injuring Kaido, you have to use advanced Armin Haki or Conqueror's Haki also. After knocking Bonnie back, with some strange power, he grabs her and squeezes her. When Sanji sees that, he starts running towards Bonnie to rescue her. He gets knocked off by Saint Sauron's power. After that, Saint Sauron comments on Kizaru and how disappointing it is that Kizaru couldn't fulfill his mission. It isn't completely due to Luffy. It has to do with that he does not want to capture Vegapunk, as Vegapunk, Bonnie, and Sentomaru are his friends. Saint Sauron then attacks Luffy, but Luffy's punched out of the way by Frankie immediately after grabbing him and rescuing him away from Saint Sauron. Saint Sauron is impressed by Frankie's strength. Saint Sauron squeezes Bonnie and Sanji's trying to help her, but for some reason he's unable to get up along with Frankie and Vegapunk. Vegapunk is understandable since he's a scientist, he's not that strong. Frankie kind of, but Sanji's worth over 1 billion berries. Just because Saint Sauron knocked him down doesn't mean that Saint Sauron's stronger than him. We saw what happened during Onigashima. Luffy was knocked out by a pool. Luffy wasn't knocked out by a pool because he was weaker than a pool. It's because Luffy didn't understand a pool's ability. So this could be the same reason that's happened to Sanji. Because Sanji is not any regular Billion Berry. He's a warrior of science. His body is built different than. After that, Saint Sauron reveals Kuma's race. He is one of the Buccaneer race known to be exterminated. Marines pointing the guns towards Bonnie while she's being squeezed by Saint Sauron, and then she reminisces about Kuma. When she was a child, Kuma used to dance and drum to the beats of Nika and told her a lot about Nika. Then we get a flashback 47 years ago in the South Blue Sorbet Kingdom. Baby was born today, and this baby happens to be Kuma. We see that his father is a Buccaneer race, but his mother is not. It's highly likely she's human. As soon as he was born, his information was leaked to the world government, and they came and attacked his family. His father was beaten up. All three of them were injured. Him, his father, and his mother. We see a young Kuma chained up, lifting up boxes for the Sussex Dragons. However, he's beaten up because apparently he's too slow and he needs to move faster. When he starts crying, they yell at him. His dad tries calming him down and tells him that his mother passed away. All Oda's flashbacks are horrendous. I tell you, man. Oda is evil. All his flashbacks are terrible. Then his father talks about the sun god Nika and tells him how he is a warrior. Always allows him fight to the beat of the rhythm. As soon as his father was dancing, showing him the Nika's drums, he was shot because he was loud. 9 years after Kuma was born, 38 years ago in the West Blue, we see a tournament is being held. A tournament to eradicate the population. The world government decided to land on an island, and they named this island God Valley because it has a lot of resources. We see a young Saint Garling landing on the island. We also see Saint Saturn here, looking exactly the same that he looks like right now, which proves that he has lived for a long time, although not 800 years ago, as they confirmed already that they didn't know what happened during that time. So he's at least younger than 800 years ago, but older than a couple centuries, I'll say. But nothing's confirmed, so we don't really know, other than that he looks exactly the same 38 years ago. We see a young Ivankov talking to Kuma and saying how he heard how the Buccaneer race have the giant blood, and next to him there's a slave called Ginny. Ginny looks exactly like Atlas. I'm gonna be honest. This flashback, I can't do it. I gotta be honest. This flashback is gonna be horrendous. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be evil. It's gonna be sad. it's gonna be everything. And as we all know, Oda's the worst at making flashbacks. It's always sad. My theory about Ginny is definitely she's not Luffy's mother, because at this time, Dragon is highly unlikely to be at God Valley, but to be in Fuchsia Village right now, probably training, just like how Garp left Luffy when he was younger. It's highly likely that Ginny is the mother of Bonnie. Not only that, God Valley being the West Blue wasn't too much of a shocker, because we know that Shanks was at God Valley, that Roger found the chest that Shanks was in on God Valley, and Shanks said that he was from the West Blue. However, that makes me question though, why would Shanks keep going back to the West Blue? God Valley doesn't exist anymore. The memories of God Valley shouldn't be good memories. So why does he keep going to the West, although it is a place he's born? We all know Roger's a good person, but what was Zebek going to do that was so worse than the world government is doing right now? They're hunting people, different races, enslaving them, making them fight among each other, beating them up for over 800 years. What was Zebek going to do? A person that cannot live forever, unlike the Gorosei, like Imu. That was so terrible. It was better that the Celestial Dragons keep what they were doing than Zebek. I want to know, what was Zebek's terrible plan that is so worse than what the world government has been doing for 800 years?